Good morning and welcome to Skincare Live Q&A. We are here. I've got Hannah on my watch. And today we're going to do, I'm just going to file my nails. It sounds terrible, but you know when you've got a niggle. Just there. We're going to do skincare routines because I think a lot of you ask me, you know, where does it my routine or how do I make a routine? And I just want to talk about skincare routines today. And I'm going to go to my library, which I've got all opened up and cleaned and everything. And we can look at my library and we can go through all skincare products together and see what budget you're on, and you can just tell me. So what I need to do in order to do this successfully is I will take some women's, I would take some women's, who leave comments. So what I need you to leave in the comments is the following. I need you to tell me how old you are, what you feel your biggest problem is, and what kind of things you've tried that, you know, what your routine consists of now. And it's like, what's the next thing I should add in? So it could be you say to me, I cleanse with Lizelle Hot Cleanse and Polish. I moisturize with Nivea. What shall I add in? I'm 53 and I've got pigmentation. That kind of thing, that would really help me. You could say, I love skincare. I've been trying The Ordinary. I want to up my game. Where shall I go to next? You know, what are those kind of mid-range serums that are better than The Ordinary and maybe more complex and perhaps more effective? That could be a question. I am 28 and I have, you know, no sun damage, but I'm seeing my first line. Don't know how you will be at 28. That kind of stuff. Then I can help you. And I want to just try and get through a few people today. Whilst we're doing that, I thought I would just shout out a few things I'm trying that I'm quite liking. So, and whilst we just build up and you think about what your routines are and put that all in, and we got somebody already. I'm 54 and I love your blogs. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm just going to start off. I have cleansed my face. I'm going to take one of my favorite products, Emma Hardy. It's her spritzer, and I just use this when I'm in between routines. Not something to get in your mouth, by the way, because the taste is horrible. Well, just horrible to not have in your mouth. So whilst you're all thinking about your routines, and I want you to write them all down. So I want you to, you know, how old you are, what you've been trying, what your concern is, what your routine consists of now, what you think you want to add in the game. That's what I need you to put down. And Hannah, I want you to screenshot some of these, and then we can, so to stop me having to go back to the beginning. So we can do that. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Just saying good morning. So I'm just going to talk to you about a few things I'm loving. They're so random, but I just wanted to, because sometimes things come to my attention by the weirdest ways. First one is this. Somebody dropped me off. This is a little gift the other day because they just wanted to send me some love. And it is a smell I haven't smelled for so long. And they said to me, they put it in their wardrobe to make their wardrobe smell nice, which is Diptyque soap. Now, I haven't used soap for ages. It's bloody, let me just open it here. It's, you know, I use gel. So I just find that really interesting to take a soap, so fragrant. And this is a smell, oh my God. I mean, it's like one of the nicest Diptyque smells, and I don't like the smell in a candle, but I love this smell as is. And it's, sensory. I think it's called sensory, but I want to tell you what's in it. I want to tell you what's in it. Well, not in it, but Saint-Sopin. Substance. Maybe it's just their substance, but you know, there's nothing in it I can see here. There's glycerin, sodium chloride, these of hydration, linalool, which is lanolin, no, citronelle, but it must be, it's just a smell that is, yeah, it's a perfume. So the perfume is the Sense. So I'm just going to put that in my clothes. I'm not going to wash my face with it. All right. Microneedling. I'm going to do a little quick update on microneedling, and then we will do routines. I've got them all there. Everything is clean and ready. We're going to go through routines today. Do not worry. I'm going to show you 2 sets of microneedle things that are different from each other. Now, one set that I've always loved is Teresa Tame. And Teresa Tame has changed her microneedling kit. So it comes now with these beautiful ampules, and it comes with a microneedle. It comes with a dermal roller cleaner. It comes with a silicone mask, which I've left downstairs in my bedroom. And this is how you are this is how you're meant to do it. Okay, I'll just show you. You take an ampule, and this is a fantastic peptide in here. Break it in half. You take half the ampule and just put it on your skin. Now, peptides are ingredients that just, to me, sort of rebuild collagen. They work in a quite complicated way. And there's different types of peptides. Like matrixyl is a type of peptide, all right? So there's some peptides that have trade names that you might recognize. Other times people might say contains 3 or 4 peptides. So then you take her needle, which I think has got about maybe 400 needles on the barrel. I think it's a 0.3. It's not a 0.5. And you just go around gently. Teresa does this in her clinic when it opens again. But you go around gently. It's a very comfortable needle to use. It's not a needle that you'll do much damage with. But what it would do is sufficiently just gently damage your skin so that it stimulates collagen, all right? And when I do this at night, I generally do this at night. I'm doing it at the day to show you, but I do it at night, and I might do it for, you know, sort of 3 nights on and 3 nights off, or I might do every other night for a month. So you do that, then you put back the rest of the retinol, the rest of the peptide, you put it on your face, and then you put the silicone mask on. And what's so good, I'm really sorry, I have not got the silicone mask here. It looks like a big rubber Johnny, all right, silicone. And, hang on, is it in here? No. But it goes round like an old Nanette Gaspé mask, and it holds in that peptide and it lets it penetrate. It's also very good if you were to be putting on a wet mask and you wanted to blow dry your hair, but you wanted to cover it with something. So that is, the peptide is expensive. She also has brought out, by the way, another retinol. Teresa does a great retinol. It's 0.3% retinol gel. It's very nice. It's a comfortable retinol. You don't peel from it. It works beautifully. You wake up in the morning. If I do this and then I do the retinol, I wake up with an amazing skin. So that is 200 odd pounds. It's on her website. It's expensive, but she uses the best ingredients, the nicest needles, and she really thinks it through. So that's like, you want to give yourself a huge treat. Okay? I wouldn't use the needle more than 20 times. Next up, we have something I have only tried literally this morning, but I was interested in, and this was sent to me by, I knew years ago, a man called Pat Cash, a table tennis player, and he sent me an email and he said, my girlfriend Chinese, she's got this thing and I want to send it to you. And, you know, Pat would have no idea what any of this was. But this is Olivia Wilson. So she has done her own microneedling kit. Now she has a microneedle for the face, 0.5, and she has a microneedle for the body. So this is similar, I think, to Swiss Clinic. What I like, first of all, it's very beautifully packaged. I mean, packaging nowadays we sometimes love or hate. Very nice little rubberized plastic container, so you just feel it's more substantial. But the needle is a very nice needle. Now, if I compare that needle with the Nanette Gaspé needle, is it any different? It just feels good. I love the fact it's not shiny. Funny enough, the grip is good. And with this, again, it's 0.5, so it's a little bit stronger. But again, gentle feathering. Now, I've believed in microneedling for 10 years. I've done it for 10 years. And what I love about it as a routine is it stimulates your skin to kind of produce a bit of collagen. And in our 30s and 40s and 50s, that's going down and down and kind of gone. So it takes shock to produce it. And it will then, you don't want to be bleeding when you do microneedling. You don't want to draw blood. You want to have that gentle feeling of lots of needles going over your face. This has in it, it's 0.5. I don't know how many needles there are on it, but do it places that you just think you'd like extra collagen stimulation. So around 11s, around where you might on your eyebrows. A lot of people believe in microneedling for hair growth. So I quite like doing my eyebrows very gently like that, but doing my eyebrows. And some people do hair. I'm not going to do it with this one because it's been on my face. That's Olivia Wilde. This is £60. She has the body one. Here's the body one, which I have not opened yet. Now, body is interesting for microneedling because there's bits of our body that we think, do we want to spend the money and the attention that we spend on our face, on our body. And this is a very personal choice. It's not for everyone. This is her body one. I think it's just going to be wider. It still is 0.5 needles. Yeah, it's wider, grippier. Now, when you do microneedling on your body, you do, by the way, I have very weird marks on my body, and I'll tell you about them in a second. But when you do, for example, your knees, I do bits where I'm thinking to myself, it's getting saggy. The skin is getting really sort of saggy. So I tend to just gently go above my knee like that, okay? And just go the same way that I would do that feathering motion, like that. Excuse me, it's got caught up in my scarf, just for my modesty's sake. And then I would put on a product, because I love the fact that I'm going to now be able to put on a product that will help. And there's a lot of body serums out there right now. A lot of people are investing, brands, in their body products, what they might put on the face. So I would do here. I might also do arm stimulation. Now, how many of us are thinking, sorry, that's weird. How many of us are thinking, my arms are coming out this summer and I want to stimulate them. I want to get them toned. So you can microneedle on your arm like that. Think of the sort of slightly floppy areas, just like this. And gentle, don't go mad. Don't go mad, but you'll see a little, it might stimulate a little redness. If you have very sensitive skin, I'd be aware of microneedling, all right? Because any sensitive skin is going to do things. And then, oh my God, I forgot to show you something else. But there's something in my freezer that she also sent. So hold on a second, because I did want to see what it was like. And some of you might have it. Lovely assistance. I said, can you put it in the freezer? She put it in the fridge. Anyway. So you get these, and they're called Cairo ice sticks. Now, is it a fab or not? But if you do get a puffy skin, you could put these in the freezer. I have no idea how to use them. I'm going to go by what I think you should do. There they are. Now, they're quite stiff against my face, so for me to use these, I think I need something for them to glide on. Which leads me to a new little brand. These. I'm always looking for mid-range facial oils because I either find cheap ones that I think don't do anything, but they're cheap and I want to give you an oil that isn't expensive, or really expensive ones which are difficult. And these are kind of in between. I like the two little pinky and perky. It's called Scientia, and there's a dawn elixir and there's a dusk elixir. I quite like that. And it's just oils. Now, whether you like oils or not, and a lot of people don't believe you should do oils after microneedling. Teresa Tame would be horrified for me to put oils on after microneedling. I think there's a place for oils, so I'm just going to just show you these. So, because I might actually want to put a proper serum on, not an oil. But here is the Dawn. Do you see? It's quite, what I love, and the way you can tell if an oil is good, is if it doesn't dribble down really quickly onto your skin. So when I put these oils on my hand, I'm not going to put them on my body today, I just think they have a real meatiness to them, and the smell is delicious. The morning one is, let me just see what's in it. The Dawn one, moringa oil, which I love, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, and baba oil. So a lot of things that fight against inflammation, but a good feeling. And when I used these on my face the other day and I was doing a massage, I thought, this is great. They're really great. And then she has a dusk, you know, morning and night. So if you're an oil person, morning and night, and that's the dusk one. And the dusk one contains rosehip, ylang ylang, lavender, and frankincense. I mean, rosehip is very good. I love rosehip. And if you're using oils, rosehip should be in them. Vitamin A for regeneration. Okay, that's those. Two other things, and then we're going to go on to your routines, because then I'll get all the new things out of the way, and I'll go back to doing these when I put some little oil on. This is another range where a woman only has two products, and I find that interesting because they're putting a lot of attention into them. And it's eBody. I don't even know how to pronounce it. iBody. I was sent them and I've been using them for a bit. She is Indian, plant-based products, very, very lovely ingredients, things that you won't necessarily, like May Lundstrom, who's at Content Beauty, who you could nearly eat her food, eat her products. The first one here is hang on, a ticky wiki. This is a boosted collagen serum, £70. Bakul Choi. I never know how to pronounce it, but I do love the ingredient. And it's a kind of retinol alternative. I would say I put this one on at night because it's really trying to be a retinol, and it's a retinol you can actually use when you're pregnant. The retinol derived from plants. Plant Me Botanics has it in, and a few others. This is interesting. This is a hydrating plumping serum, and it's got in it tremella mushroom. Now, tremella mushroom is meant to be very good in vitamin D, which is a natural plumping active, anti-inflammatory, and it's got a little, it looks like slight sheen to it, and I think that's cosmetic, but it's a lovely serum, and you put it on. Yeah, it smells very interesting because it doesn't smell florally, it smells slightly pungent, but in a very nice way. It's very nice. And I'm just going to now, I know I shouldn't do it like this, but I'm just going to do these sculpting little babies and thinking, would I use these? I think if you've done microneedling, the purpose, I'm going back now to Olivia, but the purpose is to just take down a bit of redness inflammation. So you can do lots of different massage routines with them. You could maybe do also, could you do like, I don't know if I'd do it that way round underneath. No, I think I'll do them this way round, like that. It's just another way, like we have the gui sha, we've used spoons with Katie Brindle, but it's a way of massaging your skin, and I think having something cool. We've had Teresa Tame's cryo ball, which I like. For me, when I do things like this, I love having two of something because I love that methodicalness of just doing either side of your skin, you know, at the same time, like my Too Faced Gym Pros. So you could do figure of 8. There might be a whole load of stuff on the site you could do underneath your eyes. If your eyes are feeling puffy here, you can do that. Feels fabulous, I have to say. Just feels lovely. Really lovely. Very cool, actually. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, all right. Enough of that. I could be here all day. Those are some new things I'm loving. That oil, I'm just going to... It doesn't sit with the peptide. Something is pelling. I cannot bear it when things pell. So what's happened is I put the peptide on and I put that serum on top, and it's pelling. So it doesn't like the peptide underneath it. So I'd have to do it without the peptide. So I'm going to have to take off anything that might be called pelling. I'm going to try that again, because if it does, I will take it out of my cupboard. It's one thing that people should try when they have brought out new products, is they need to try it in routines and make sure it doesn't do things. So I'm putting back on the boosting plumping serum. Hyaluronic acid is in it, anti-inflammatory. Now it's fine and it's not pelling. All right, ladies, are we ready? Hannah, are you there?
I'm here.
Hannah's still there. Okay, so are we ready to do routines? Now, as I said earlier, for these routines, what I want to do is I want to know how old you are, what you're using, what your routine is, what products you're using. So are you using just a moisturizer and a cleanser? And do you think I need a serum? Let's go now to the little area of my skincare library. So behind me is the skincare library. There it is. I don't know if any of you have been here before, but there we have it, okay? And that's got a whole load of products in. So I wanted to put you in a place. Okay, Hannah, I need some routines which can be told to me and I will get stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
So she's 51 years old. She has menopausal, dry, dull, lifeless skin, and she only uses Olay Regenerate. She doesn't do a huge amount more. What else should she do?
Okay, darling, I'm going to talk about Olay Regenerate. Is a nice high street product. It's not expensive. It's going to have marketing levels of ingredient. It's not going to have really active levels of ingredient. You're 52. You're maybe feeling, is it enough? You might have quite good skin, but if that's all you use, I would think At 52, you've got skin damage, you've got sun damage, and I would definitely have a vitamin C. It's like if you haven't got one, she has no vitamin C, right?
Yeah, just oleogenerous.
Just oleoregenerate. Okay, so I would say get a vitamin C on your system. Yeah, definitely. And get a retinol. I'd do a vitamin C and a retinol. So I'd dump the oil regenerate, and I would go for a Garden of Wisdom vitamin C. All right, if you have sensitive skin, you can use the Deep C. That's the Garden of Wisdom Deep C at Victoria Health. That is the vitamin C. This is 23% with ferulic acid. This is a very good dupe for something that's 100 and something pounds, and this is 16. Okay? And then I would add in a retinol, because you're that age and you could do a little retinol for your skin. And it does mean you've got to be wearing SPF during the day. So I'm going to then give you a retinol, and I'm going to suggest to you to start on Retinol Reface. Lovely brand, Indeed Labs. It's a Canadian brand. It's not an expensive retinol, and it will get you on your retinol journey. That's what I would suggest. Okay, next up.
Claire is 43. She gets hormonal spots and has a start of pigmentation and lines. She cleanses with Cetaphil cream. She tones with a No. 7 serum, which has niacinamide, moisturizer, either Cetaphil or Paula's choice. What else can she switch in and out of her routine to deal with the pigmentation, lines, and hormonal spots?
Okay, pigmentation, lines, and hormonal spots. So I think the niacinamide is good for that. Pigmentation, lines, and hormonal spots. So I would say she needs to, is she using a moisturizer?
Yes, it's a moisturizer with SPF 50, either Paula's choice or Cetaphil.
Okay, all right. So she needs, I'd say again, something for pigmentation. So I'm just going to say, I've got a pigmentation. You could do something which is quite nice, which I really like. Lixia Skin has this vitamin C paste. So you could do this paste once every few days. You put it on, you leave it on, you wash it off, but it's helping a little bit with pigmentation. Niod have Repigment. Niod is the brand in between the ordinary and, well, it is like their expensive range. It's going to be about Repigment. I can't remember how much it is, but it's a brightening serum which also helps with dark spots. So that's a good product. Azelaic acid is good as well. And I mean, you could also do the alpha-arbutin with the kojic acid. That is quite an interesting little serum you could do from Garden of Wisdom. It's not too expensive. So those, and if you want to spend spenny, then the SkinCeuticals do a dark pigment relief cream. Advanced pigment corrector, all right? It's a daily multi-layer treatment for reduced stubborn and discoloration. That is a good product. That's expensive, more expensive. Okay, next one.
Nicola is 52. She double cleanses, tones with Jane Scrivener Skin Foliate, and then uses vitamin C, but her dark circles don't go away. Is there anything she can introduce to help?
I mean, dark circles, a lot of dark circles is about what you're eating, what you're doing with your skin. It's about the, you know, are you, okay. There's difference between dark circles and puffiness. If your circles are dark, it's literally that your skin is getting thinner as you go down the path of life. So I would say to you, use our BFF under eye. I have to say, I would use that because that's going to help you to make those, because I've got, okay, I'm just going to show you dark circles. When you have dark circles as opposed to puffiness, it's the thinness of your skin. So you want to do things that make your skin feel thicker, or you want to do cosmetic things. So I would say, I'm just going to put some moisturizer on, that doing a massage to just get stimulation under your eye is a good thing to do. And when I'm doing massage for my underarm, I put moisturizer on, and then I just do some drainage, and I just get that stimulation of the skin going, and then I slowly move up. When I get to my under eye area, I'll feel I've done this drainage, do the other side, do the drainage, and then I'll just go here and I'll just press, release, and go a bit higher. I'll press, release, press, release, press, release, press, release. Get that stimulation there. Another thing I do, which seems odd because you might think that it makes more wrinkles, but I do this, which is I open up my eyes. This is maybe to lift the eyes, and I press down like that, and I find that the stimulation is moving my under eye, and I just think there is something to be said for that movement around my under eye. All right, so that's one thing I'll do. And then the other thing I'll do is I use something that is a mixture of an eye cream and a under eye ingredients. And I use, and I'm going to tell you why, because I made this myself and I think it's utterly brilliant. I use our BFFI. Here's BFFI. I'm using Shannon. So I wanted to make something that would cover dark circles, which would have vitamin C to brighten under your eye, because you need to be cosmetic at this stage, and 2 peptides that will slightly try to reduce the appearance of the darker circle. Peptides can be helpful for this, but I'm getting the benefits of an eye cream and the benefits of coverage in one go from one product. There. So already you can just see my under eye. And when you have dark circles, another thing is whenever we look in the mirror, we always think the place we should put our makeup is here. But as we go down the path of life, in here, this bit gets darker, and that can make you feel your dark circle is so much darker. So I always like to go in like that and get that little bit done as well with my concealer. So I'm using the Trinny London BFFI here, like that. But it just lifts my eye up. And we get to a stage where sometimes skincare will not help, and we have to do cosmetic things. Okay, that's it. Now, next one. Hannah, next one.
Yeah, Deborah is 47 and uses gentle cleansers, vitamin C and retinol. She can't use tretinoin, but her skin is very sallow and getting also. Do you have any advice?
Okay, so she can't use tretinoin. Why is that?
No reason given.
Okay. She doesn't use tretinoin.
No.
All right. Now, there are products that you can use instead of tretinoin. I'm just going to say, all right, you can use bok choy, which is the one that we mentioned today. So you could consider using natural kind of retinol products. I think a lot of people can be put off by retinol because they try one, it resurfaces their skin, they get these dry patches, and they think, I don't want to do retinol ever again. And I think that's really sad for retinol, because retinol is a phenomenal category of products that can be really helpful. So I would question whether you can't use retinol and whether you could perhaps use a form of something that has retinol, like Medicate. Do products that you can use. I have a retinol here that I always write down you can use when you're pregnant. And I want to just try and find it for you. And it might be this one. So this is that ingredient again. Bakuchoy, that one. So Medicate made this for pregnant women to use. And this could be the retinol you should use, because I think from what you're suggesting to me, it would be really good for you to use retinol. And I would consider that. I don't know how much it is, but they're very, very active ingredients and they work really well, and I think they're well priced. So I would say go back to retinol and do that. Okay, next question, Hannah.
Anita is 54 in Australia with sun damage, large pores and broken capillaries. Which of these should she prioritize in her skincare?
Okay, 54, you've got large pores, sun damage and broken capillaries. So I would say start with the large pores, and we can think of something that might help the large pores and help the broken capillaries. Not the broken capillaries, and help. All right, okay, say it again. We're going to look at a exfoliator, which is going to help your broken pores. So, okay, 2 things here. If you like the natural route, Jane Scrivener has a AHA, BHA, alpha hydroxy acid and a beta hydroxy acid. This will help exfoliate your skin. It will help with your sun damage a little bit, and it will help to reduce your pore size. So I think having an exfoliating acid toner is a really important thing. You could do Jane Shreven if you like really natural. There's Paula's Choice Exfoliate. This is stronger. This is a BHA. This is more if you have a sort of spottier skin, but it has salicylic acid. That's not for you. Then we've got, what have we got here? Jane Shrivener again, Exuviance again. If you are not on a budget, like you could put everything in one product, I bloody love Biologique Recharge Lotion P50. This is an amazing exfoliating toner, which will kind of tackle all of those things in a little bit. So you can put all your money in one product and just go for this, reducing pore size, not help with broken capillaries, but will help with sun damage by just kind of exfoliating your skin gently every day. You could use this nightly in between retinols. Okay, next question.
Marsha is 41 and for the last 2 months she's been using La Roche-Posay Retinol 0.3% on her forehead especially. Her skin is not sensitive and she's already got used to it. So what is the next level? Is it a 1% retinol or is it a different one?
Well, I'd say that that's the confusing thing of retinol, because if you say, oh, I've done 0.3% so I can go higher, it could be 0.3% retinoate, Retistar, different derivatives, retinol palmitate, which is doing nothing if it was 0.3%. I would say Medik8 are really good at taking on a retinol journey. As a brand, I love them. La Roche-Posay are probably 20% less than Medik8, but I think Medik8 have far more retinol active ingredients in them. So they can do, you know, you can start here. There's like, this is the getting stronger. So this is, you do Crystal 6, Crystal 8, Crystal 10, Crystal 12, Crystal 20. And the Crystal 20 is for experienced retinol users only. So you could start at 3, but if you're at 3 now, at 0.3 of the La Roche-Posay, I think you could start at 6. And I'll go on that journey and then every few months switch up to the bigger ones. And then the biggest one is the 20, which does say on it, suitable only for experienced retinol users. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I'd suggest. Next question.
Ruth is 52. She uses a gel cleanser, lactic acid twice a week, and a good quality moisturizer. How does she add in a peptide or retinol?
I would say, how old is she?
52.
52, and she's using a lactic acid cleanser
And a good moisturizer.
and a good moisturizer. I mean, you could add in a vitamin C if you want that daily glow, or you could add in a retinol. If you're adding in a retinol, and I don't know the names, it's good if you can tell me what products you're currently using, because I can have a sense then of what your budget is. But I would say, like the last lady, the Medik8 retinol range I think is brilliant, and I would look at that. Also, SkinCeuticals do a retinol, which goes, you start off at a lower dosage, and it gives you 3 little tubes, and you grow in the dosage. And it's like a retinol journey you could go on, which I think is very good. Otherwise, if you want to do a vitamins, and then you could get, and then I would do something like the Lixia Vitamin C mask a couple of times a week. But I would say in your skincare routine, I'm surprised you don't have vitamin C, because I always feel somebody should have vitamin C before they have a retinol. So I kind of want to throw in a vitamin C as well. And if you want to not spend money, spend the money on the retinol, then buy the vitamin C from Garden of Wisdom or Timeless Vitamin C, other inexpensive vitamin Cs that I think work. The Ordinary has a 30%, well, I don't like 23%, I prefer 30% more. Then the Inky List has a vitamin C, which is 15% vitamin C, but also EGF, which is a growth factor, which are the kind of peptides. Then you've got Garden of Wisdom, the Deep Sea, which is for a sensitive skin. You've got Beauty Pie, they do these little vitamin C capsules, which is a different form of vitamin C. I haven't tried them yet, though. So there are, you could do a little bit of money on your vitamin Cs and then go and spend a bit more on your retinols. Another lovely retinol, I would say, is the Sunday Riley A+ high dose retinol cream. But I think maybe you need to have used a retinol for a while first before you go on to that one. And then going back to that lovely introductory retinol here, the retinol reface as well is a good one. Okay, next question.
Samantha's asked, on the topic of microneedles, can you microneedle and use an LED mask on the same day, or do you have to alternate them?
I think you can so do both, because I think the LED is passive. I quite like to microneedle and then do an LED mask. yes, I would say you can use them same day. Yep.
Janelle is 50 years old. She uses Body Shop Chamomile Cleanser, Pixie Tonic Toner, and Nivea Moisturizer, then uses an SPF, the Boots LED mask 5 times per week, and occasionally Gal Vitamin C. She wants to add in something for anti-aging, fine lines, and added glow.
Retinol. Really. At that age, you should. If you're using a vitamin C occasionally, I'd say maybe make the vitamin C daily. The Nivea is a moisturizer. Don't use it at night. Use it in the day if you want added barrier. But really, to put like Nivea on your face at night, I don't believe in. Because I think you want your skin to have a sort of a retinol or something that is lightweight but penetrating. And then you can put something like a peptide on top. So I'd say any of the vitamins, any of the retinol that I mentioned will be good for you to start and to do a retinol. Yeah. Next up.
Katerina is 43 with rosacea. She uses Paula's Choice BHA exfoliant, serum, moisturizer, and retinol sometimes. She'd like to know where in her routine to add in a vitamin C or an essence for surface dryness.
Yeah, I think surface dryness is very good to consider. I would try doing a PHA, because a PHA is an acid that's suitable for sensitive skin. And I think Jane Scrivener, if you want that gentle resurface, is PHA and AHA. I don't think it's BHA. I think it's PHA. AHA and BHA. Okay, so that is a little bit stronger. I'm just trying to think of a nice... Did you say she uses Pixie Tonic?
Yeah.
Oh, she does. So Pixie Tonic's here. And, you know, you could then use the Jane Scrivener because that's a glow tonic. You could go up to the Jane Scrivener, I would say. Yes, okay, I would say do that. And then what else was she looking for?
Added glow.
Added glow, well...
And surface dryness.
Yeah, I'd say for the added glow, you're looking again. Another one I do love for added glow, by the way, I was using a bit, is the Ren Daily. It's called the Daily AHA Tonic, but it gives a really nice glow. And surface hydration. Surface hydration means you've done your exfoliator, and now you want to have a nice sort of surface moisturizer. I mean, I think that like ceramide cream from Dr. Jart, if I've got it here, it's a really nice surface hydrator. Ceramide there from Dr. Jart. I find that great. Just a good moisture hydration cream. Yeah. And if you want cheap as chip surface hydration, La Cura caviar cream from, it's like a barrier cream from Aldi. It's about £6. Yeah.
Lynn is 55 years old. She's using Gal Vitamin C and number 7 Retinol 1.5%, but she keeps breaking out. Do I need to stop either of these products? My skin is dull and I have deep lines on my forehead. Your advice would be great, please.
Okay, which vitamin C is she using?
Gal.
Oh, Garden Wisdom. I say some people occasionally break out with vitamin C. They do. And if you're using the retinol, I mean, you can break out probably more from, I don't know, you could also break out from the number 7 one. I've heard mixed reports about the number 7 one. So I would say stop your retinol for now. And I don't know if you're doing the vitamin C from Garden of Wisdom. Can you try the Deep Sea from Garden of Wisdom? It's a different form of vitamin C. Put that in, which is very good for sensitive skin. And then bring back in a retinol, maybe try another one for a bit. Maybe try the Indeed Labs, or maybe try the Medicate. I don't ever find people tell me they break out from the Medicate retinols. Yeah, okay. Next one. We'll do 2 more.
Misha says, I'm using Superfacial Vitamin C Facial Oil and Scrub. I'm 48 and have some pigmentation, brown spots around my cheek area.
She's using a vitamin C scrub. And she wants...
Superfacial Vitamin C Facial Oil and a scrub.
Okay, and she's got brown spots around her...
cheeks.
I mean... if you do things like the kojic acid, it is going to, as soon as you stop using it, I think it comes back again. But the kojic acid with the alpha-arbutamine could be interesting for you. APAR I quite like. This is a balancing facial oil, and this has been developed for deeper skin tones, and it does deal with pigmentation issues. So I do think this is actually quite a fabulous product. APAR, look it up online, and this is a balancing facial oil. That could be good for you. I don't know if you want to do peels occasionally. There are stronger peels you can do, like The Ordinary has an AHA, BHA peel, but I find it very strong on the skin. And I'd be careful. I'll be careful of using also skin lightening products for your skin because it's caramel, so kojic acid can be all right, but some people don't agree with it. Yeah, I would do the APAR, yeah. Okay, all right, I think now we've done a few. I hope that's helped. Any other burning desire questions?
There is one here though, I think a lot related to. A lot of people are saying over the past year they look tired, like they feel like they've aged 10 years. A lot of people doing shift work and they're trying to figure out how to make their skin look less tired.
You know what I feel that is? I think that is loving your skin. I think if you're doing shift work and you might be a nurse, you might be wearing a mask all day, I think it's about that stimulation of your skin, and I can't emphasize enough the importance of that stimulation. So if I were to take that day oil, we'll end with this. You might have come off some shift work now, actually. So we're going to do the Dawn Elixir, see how that fares over that skin brightening, but just to give your skin some love. I'm going to get pelling. I can feel it. Oh, it's such a pity because I love that woman's product, but I've got to say it's pilling on everything. It's the product. So you'd have to use it on its own. I wanted to say that on that illuminating thing. You'd have to use it on its own. Okay, so because it should be when you layer products, you do the lightest, you do the sort of smallest molecule that penetrates the deepest to the biggest molecule that penetrates more surface. And if you go the other way around, that's how you'll get pilling. So get some oil, put it in your hands. This Dawn Elixir smells great. Inhale it. Really feel you get in the benefits. When somebody does a facial oil, they want you also to inhale it. And then I'm going to tell you, stimulate your skin with a facial massage. Because when we're tired, our skin feels unloved. It's very stressed and drained. And we need to take away that feeling of stress and draining. And when we're stressed and drained, we cement down the lines we have. So it's about loosening your face. So doing my little scissor, which is that friction of going back and forth, just loosens out that skin, especially here. You might wake up with frown lines from just feeling stressed and tired. And I want you just to literally, you can do this with your fingers now so you understand the movement, and just feel that easing of your forehead and go up and down, and you're going to get that stimulation of the blood. And do you see there's redness to my skin? Now that's good, because that's the oxygen going round your skin and saying, hi, wake up, we're here. Eyebrows is a good one too, because I think when we're tired, we feel this happens. And I want you to stimulate. I'm just going to do one side, but really stimulate around your eyebrow and get that. It's like when, I don't know if you ever have had your eyebrows threaded, but you know how you can catch the kind of brow in between your finger and just go back and forth like that. And then up to your brow. But just lifts your eye. Do the other side like that. And then round. You can move your head or you can move your hands. It gives you also very, very good underarm movement. Then, this is another one I love. I'm going to get more oil now because I'm really into it. Put that in my hands. And I'm going to do this. So I start off just gently tapping like that. Tapping. And then I'm making my hands really, really loose. And it's like I'm not slapping my skin, but I'm tapping. And you're going to find, if you can keep this up, here it really helps your arm as well. But that stimulation and lifting slightly, somebody gives me, before lockdown, they give me this massage where they do this. I don't know how they keep it up with their hands, for literally 5 minutes. And it's not it's not heavy on my, it's very light. It's like light. But this, the vibration I think is really good. It wakes up my skin. I feel myself wake up. There. And then you can do a little bit of lymphatic drainage. Oh my goodness, I'm just about to have a cat accident. And that will help to clear puffiness and tiredness from your skin. So you just start in the middle and you go down to your clavicle. So you can do this quite quickly like that. You go around the other side. So if you don't have much time, you could be doing this on the loo when you wake up. But you're going to notice in a minute that I've got all the life and energy back in my skin. And then do around your neck like that. Go back in your hands, up a bit. Go back here, because now your arms can take it a bit again. So we'll do 20 of the, I hope you're doing it with me. Oh, God. And then we might scissor over the mouth. Anywhere also you think that those tension lines are developing further. So here and here. Back and forth. Like that, okay? And then look at your skin in the mirror and feel it's like pulsating with life. And that's what we need to do to our skin so much. It's one of the most important things to do is to give our skin that love and care and attention. And then you're giving yourself love, care and attention. So more than any other product, products are going to help resurface. They're going to help brighten. But that's what we need to get back into our skin is the oxygen pulsating round, because stress and tiredness sap it. And drink lots of water. Drink lots of water. Sorry, I've got an Evian bottle here because it's all... because that's what we can forget to do. So there you have it. Hannah, I think we're done for today. I hope you've enjoyed it.